got just 5 minutes to inform you that military unification is being carried out under the UK government agreeing to EU defence structures. PESCO being one of the acronyms. There are many more making up the EU MOD. Military union is an absolute single point EU command and control concept and system, and it will want to take over Her Majesty's Armed Forces. Never. The government refuses to speak out about the military union, and policy is decided away from Parliament behind closed doors. However, we know it's going on, and I would like to publicly thank Major General Julian Thompson, CB, Royal Marines, Rear Admiral Roger Lane Knott, CB, Royal Navy, Brian Gerrish at UK Column, and my good friend David Ellis, Director Strategic Defence Initiatives UK, for exposing the government on this subject and guarantee my support in continuing the fight against military unification. It's time to get the lid off this issue and inform the people of this country of what's being discussed behind the closed doors. European military cooperation has been talked about since 1948, 1 year before the formation of NATO. 70 years later, it's become reality. Mrs May's government has committed us to full military union under the guise of security, and includes all the armed services. That's tri-service plus security services, including the SAS, MI5 and MI6. The union will be under a single point budget and a single point command and control. This isn't a partnership like that of NATO. It's a single point of control of everything in our inventory, from boots to nukes. It will give Eastern European landlocked countries access to our navy. It will give non-nuclear countries access to our nuclear arsenal. At present, when our armed forces are reviewed, reformed or rearmed, the MOD and its associated branches take care of the detail. However, under military union, armed forces reviews will be open to scrutiny and final word from the European command structure. If you're thinking this will never happen, let me say, it already is. Unification exists between the UK and Germany, and the UK and France. Earlier this year, 3 para were on a joint EU exercise in Sarajevo, Bosnia-Herzegovina, displaying EU insignia on their uniforms whilst a commanding officer saluted the EU flag, whilst the European anthem, Ode to Joy, was being played. The EU already subcontracts to NATO, disguising the fact military union is already in play. Similarly, the government doesn't want you to know that an EU joint headquarters is located at the Royal Naval Nuclear HQ at Northwood and is staffed by up to 100 EU personnel with a direct line of communication to Brussels. This JHQ was built by the Royal Navy to full NATO nuclear specification through direct funding, and there are 3 more of these JHQs in Potsdam, Paris and Greece. Each one of these HQs can trigger a full military operation on a pan-European basis with boots on the ground in under 24 hours. How safe do you feel now? If you truly believe in your country, your sovereignty, and want to continue sleeping in your beds in the knowledge that your armed forces are standing a post to keep you safe, you must bring this issue to your MP. Irrespective of what party they represent in your area, my advice is to broach the subject of military union on the MP's Twitter feed, which is open source and reduces the risk of deniability. Throughout history, a nation's strength is measured by its ability to defend itself, and this can only be achieved through autonomous command and control, the ability to keep the enemy guessing, and a pact with our allies that allows us to defend our own areas without interference, fear or favour. The only Brexit deal agreed by Mrs May's government is military unity, and the politicians have been whipped up and intimidating into saying nothing. We need Gerard and his team to break the parliamentary silence. If you want your defence taxes to stay within the UK, if you want to protect British defence industry jobs for British people and prevent our defence industry being stripped down and sold off abroad, and you want the British Armed Forces to protect our islands, you must wake up and do your part to oppose military unity before our deceitful and morally corrupt government tosses us into the cauldron of full military unification. The price of such a folly as military union will be far more than the people of this country can afford to pay. Thank you. Merry Christmas.
much indeed, Simon. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, well, you've had a lot of talk.
Constituencies where the Labour Party has been used to weighing the votes rather than counting them in my lifetime. The Rhondda voted 54% to leave. Port Talbot 57%. Torvine 60%. Ebbw Vale 62%. Every one of those constituencies is represented by a Remainer Labour MP. Every single Labour member of the Welsh Assembly voted to remain. Every single Plaid Cymru Welsh Nationalist member voted to remain. The one Liberal Democrat who survived the last election voted to remain, and 7 out of the 12 Conservatives voted to remain.